Hey everybody, I just got back from the Rocky Mountain National Park and I was very sad that I could not get any internet reception at all anywhere in the park. I tried about 7 or 8 different locations by buildings and things, not just out in the middle of nowhere, and I could not. So I did post a couple of pictures to show you where you would have been with me if I could have done so. And so anyway, I'm just doing this video, while I am still vertical, and it definitely was an exhausting trip for sure. I we saw elk right away. We also saw some deer and a big old turkey walking across the street. He had quite an attitude there, as well as when we stopped at Nymph Lake. That's like one of my favorite parts of the park. We sat down and I opened up my backpack to get out my water and stuff, and this chipmunk just started running around me, and he just jumped right into the backpack. And I'm like, what are you doing, you little freak? I don't think you want to come home with me with my 2 pit bulls and my cat. So luckily he got out and we were all fine. Yeah, we had quite the adventure. We hiked all the way up to Emerald Lake, which was a good, I think, 3-hour hike one way. So we were hiking for a good 6 hours or so. It was a lot of hiking in the snow. Actually, there's a lot of snow there, and very treacherous in some parts. But I did want to talk a couple of minutes about going out into nature, and that's why I wanted to do my live video out in the park, right, Hamish? But unfortunately, that did not work out. But if you can get out to any type of park where you're located and just get some fresh air, you're going to feel so much better because of, just getting all that oxygen and the sunshine and everything. It was also extra nice there because it was a good 20 degrees cooler up in the mountains than here in the Denver metro area, which, if you live in the Denver metro area, we don't live in the mountains, even though to, sea level people, it's way up in the mountains. But so when you go hiking, make sure to take your mask with you for when you're actually around people. Like, there were a lot of people getting on and off of the shuttle buses because so we had to park way down and take a shuttle up to where we could even start hiking. There were so many people, especially with little kids, that didn't have any masks. To get onto the shuttle. Now, when you're hiking, you don't want to wear a mask because, especially in high altitudes like at Rocky Mountain National Park, if you're not used to that altitude anyway, you're going to pass out, but especially if you're wearing a mask. So doing any type of vigorous activity, you're not going to want to wear your mask. But you want to keep your mask with you for when you are in closed spaces, like any type of, a gift shop or getting onto a shuttle bus or anything like that, that is still, we still have COVID, surprise, and we're still going up in numbers, especially in many states where people are not doing any type of, mask wearing or anything like that. But, getting outside to get that vitamin D from the sun and getting the fresh air, it is going to make you feel a world of difference. So if you're able to do that as often as you possibly can, I really recommend that. And it's also a very humbling experience when you go up into places like the Rocky Mountains because they are very big, and you are nothing compared to the awe of the beauty of that national park and just the mountains in general. But wherever you live, getting outside into the state parks or national parks, if you have any, to get around, that's, it's a really important thing. Now that we're able to start doing it, and I know it's a pain in the butt, especially for the national parks, that you have to, make a reservation. But I was talking to some of the people, because I talk to everybody, but I was talking to some of the people that worked at the Rocky Mountain National Park about the reservation idea and everything. And I said, yeah, it was a little pain in the butt to have to get online and do the reservation and everything, but I'm sure that it is much better for the wildlife because, and the one gentleman in particular absolutely agreed with me because he said they've been having so many people coming in and not even being able to get in if they are at max capacity and they don't allow people in. People just park wherever, just hike wherever. Not even on the trails where you could be like stumbling into a bear's den or going into a place that you know nothing about. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to just go up into mountains or out into natural places that you don't know and you're not allowed, because you could be messing with the wildlife in some way. So he said that, hopefully they'll be able to continue that process, which I agree, of having that reservation just so that you can get in, and it keeps it at, reasonable numbers, which honestly, in my opinion, there are way too many people for my taste. I go up into nature to be out in nature, not to be around a whole bunch of people. There were so many people there, and this was all based on the reservation. But the thing about hiking or just being out in nature or anything is that you definitely want to give people space. And there's signs up everywhere, but there were so many rude people that were hiking around or coming up right behind us. Not caring that there was because nobody's wearing masks when you're hiking up mountains. You can't do that. I mean, you can't breathe. And so, but these people were just like right behind us and breathing all over us and everything. And I'm just like, we would just step aside and be like, and I would even say out loud, just go. You obviously don't know how to do social distancing. Go. That was really sort of disheartening. I mean, there were a lot of people from out of state too. So, maybe those are those people. I don't know. But just giving people space when you're hiking, especially, if you're out in a busy traffic area, just making sure that people have enough space to hike and so that you're not, breathing all over each other because you obviously can't wear masks during that time. So I think that was pretty much it. And so this is actually going to be my last video that I'm going to do for a while now. And so I just wanted to just sort of like wrap it up and just talk about, being outside in nature. And now that we're able to actually start going to some parks and stuff, just the importance of being outside and also just doing certain things that you can, be, mindful of other people and their space, and so that you can also get out there and enjoy nature and get some fresh air and some sunshine. So I do have a little bit of time left tomorrow evening, so you can message me to let me know if you need a reading or something. And I sent out my newsletter, let's see, what's today, Wednesday? I think I sent it out on Monday. So if you do not receive it and you wanted to receive it, just let me know. Just message me your email and I can forward that on to you. I think that's pretty much it. So thanks for this journey with me on the different live videos, and I hope that you all do well and stay safe and healthy, and that everybody just does their part in trying to get over this global pandemic, and stay the course with Black Lives Matter and standing up for other people, and just being a good person, just being good people, and and that's the most important thing. Okay, so you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you sometime. All right, bye-bye.